Hello and welcome to the first ever 44th episode of Whoniverse. Here with me, Jamie.
Me, Brian.
And me, Lewis.
Dum de 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 dum. I've been getting a lot of static shock lately.
Have you?
Rubber shoes on our carpets. And everywhere, because it's really dry weather right now.
Wait, you wear your shoes in the house?
No, it's in work.
Oh, right, okay.
So, like, on my old swivel chair, I'm always, you've seen me work. Mm-hmm. I'm always spinning around like a lunatic. People wonder how I get work done, but I've got the best stats in the entire building. Anyway, I'm always getting static shock to the point, this is how bad it's getting. Fun fact about me, I used to have a irrational fear of plug sockets. Don't laugh.
That's shocking.
It's a condition. I used to have an irrational fear of plug sockets, because I was always scared of getting an electric shock, which happened, which is why I ended up with the fear. Eventually got over it, but now it's coming back because like I keep getting a static shock every time I touch. So you know those green buttons to get out from the other side of the door.
Yeah.
So when I touch it, I was getting an electric shock, and I'm actually scared to touch it now. Earlier on today, I was waiting 5 minutes by the door for someone to come and let me out. Yeah,
help you out.
Like, I even got an electric shock through my jumper as well. So I'm absolutely terrified.
Could it be that you're wearing a woolen jumper?
I wasn't even wearing that at the time.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, anything interesting with you?
No,
Lewis, you didn't come last week.
I didn't, did I? Wait, did
no,
I?
I didn't come last week.
He didn't come last week.
Yeah, but Lewis he might as well have not come because he didn't do the news section.
All right,
He said, there's nothing interesting that came, but I didn't do my research anyway. I went, two trailers dropped.
I didn't say that. I said I didn't do the news. Yeah.
Anything interesting happened with you, Brian?
I've been watching Quatermass.
What's that?
Quatermass in the Pit.
What's that?
It's a late 50s science fiction
What's
show.
that? Late 50s science fiction show?
Yeah. It's kind of a precursor to Doctor Who.
Is it cheaper?
It's a lot cheaper. It's filmed live.
Oh, it's filmed live?
Yeah.
Well, they're the best ones.
Nice.
It's when it's filmed live, there's an excuse for it to be
It's
choppy.
fantastic.
Dawn, you both know Dawn, don't you?
Yes.
Our esteemed, what do you call a fan of Lord of the Rings? Like we call ourselves Whovians.
I don't think there is a...
Tolkien.
We call her a ringer. Tolkien. Yeah. Well, anyway, she went to a Comic Con recently, and she came back with a present. Wait your turn, Lewis. She came back with a present for me, and she got me this.
Oh, hell yes.
A poster
That's
of
good.
Peter Capaldi and his esteemed Clara Oswald.
It's more like a photograph than a poster. It's a photograph.
Yeah, it's film. It's on Fujifilm as well. Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
It's really nice. I actually thought it might be signed at one point.
Maybe A4. Yeah.
So it's definitely basically she's trying to get me into her addiction of going to Comic Cons, and it worked anyway. Lewis.
Well, yeah, this is a Dalek. I picked this up from the market for dirt cheap. And,
The market.
Yeah. It's my new place to find Doctor Who.
The Leeds market.
But basically,
You went to the Leeds market.
Yeah, that's right. There's on a Friday afternoon. There's a person there who sells Doctor Who merchandise.
Really?
Cheap. Yeah.
How much was this one?
This one was only £1
On Friday afternoons.
on Friday afternoon.
But I work on Friday afternoons.
Oh, sorry, Jamie. You don't have an hour lunch like me. So, yeah, I managed to pick this up, which is quite nice. It's like a little Lego, what is it, Dalek.
Can I have a closer look?
Blaster. Yeah, totally.
Cyberman vs. Dalek drone. Where's the
And
Cyberman?
it's in its original packaging as well.
You gonna open it?
Well, yeah, eventually, I suppose.
Actually,
Maybe not.
you can tell it's been open before
Yeah.
and real sealed.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that looks really interesting, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That looks like Patrick Troughton.
Well,
The figure on the back. I was thinking that.
Yeah, look at that. Looks like Patrick Troughton.
no, I think it's Matt Smith.
So
Quite obviously Matt Smith. Come on.
It's
the
not
bird
Matt.
eye and everything.
Well, it is the Matt Smith logo.
And
The
it's
DW.
the Matt Smith era. It's 2009.
Yeah. Time is fractured, and now the vortex has been invaded by the Doctor's arch enemies, the Dalek and the Cybermen.
Seems to be some sort of Lego game. Yeah.
It does look very Lego-fied, doesn't it? But it says CB character building with a Lego sort of. Could be Lego or cheap Lego, Duplo.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah.
It seems to have a board
But
for
it's,
it.
it's
and
character
you-
building apparently.
Oh, Lewis, thank you.
So
I appreciate that. Joking here. Well, I'm not going to steal your toys.
Right.
So,
I've also been watching Life on Mars again.
Life on Mars.
Yes.
I haven't.
You know, that was very popular during Tennant's era of Doctor Who.
Hmm.
So that's the only reason I know about show is because it came on after.
Yeah. Well, what's his face was the
John
main
Sim.
character,
Yeah.
John Sim.
But
wasn't
do you
he?
want to know why I never watched it? It's going to take you down memory lane. There was a show that came on after every episode of Doctor Who called
Doctor Who Confidential.
Doctor Who Confidential. And that was the best show in the world after Doctor Who. Because it's like you got a free making of on BBC Three after every episode. And that was the best. And now it's gone. Replaced by DVD special features.
About chickens.
So that's enough chit chat. Let's go on to our first topic of the show: voting in the TARDIS. So this poll is going to be in 4 parts anyway.
Yeah.
Try to find out which is the ultimate special. So we've got the Daleks Master Plan, the Christmas Invasion, the Runaway Bride, Voyage of the Damned. Lewis,
Yes.
you were so certain about who was going to win.
I was, yeah. And why didn't it? You know, like.
Because
Come on, it had everything in it. I don't get how it did.
it was actually a very close poll.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised the Daleks Master Plan did really well considering it's a classic.
I voted
Actually,
for it.
To be
How
fair,
many times?
Just once.
remember, Voyage of the Damned didn't come too far behind. You know, Runaway Bride, which meh.
Yeah, we've got Runaway Bride at 36%, Voyage of the Damned 28%, The Christmas Invasion at 25%, Daleks Master Plan came last at 11%, but very close,
Very close,
poll
yeah.
indeed. I think had it ran a bit longer, it would, like Voyage of the Damned could very well have caught up to Runaway Bride or Christmas Invasion could have
Yeah.
take it. It wasn't like a 2-horse
Yeah.
race ever.
No,
It was a
seems-
1-horse race. Runaway Bride. I guess it ran away with the first one. So, Brian, which of us is your favourite? You're not going to say the classic one. I've been told it's not the best.
It's not the best. I voted for it because I'm
Oh, yeah, you did say you voted for that, but
But out of those, I would say the Christmas Invasion.
Christmas Invasion. Wasn't that the...
Black Cubey thing.
I think that was the first one.
That was Tennant's first
Yeah, that was his first
full story.
First
Oh,
story,
right, it
yeah.
wasn't that then, yeah. Oh, was
evil
that?
Santas and evil Christmas trees.
Right, yeah.
That wasn't that the introduction of Donna?
That was Runaway Bride.
Runaway Bride was the introduction of
I always get confused,
It
'cause
was
it-
with the giant spidery things.
Because it wasn't
Christmas
the only time that it was done explosive.
Was it Christmas
Santas,
Invasion
yeah.
things. Yeah.
So we got some comments. Can you do Serbian? Actually, can you do Liverpool?
I can do Liverpool.
I'm from Liverpool.
Yeah. Here we go.
Hang on, I'll read you in.
Alright, okay, go on then.
We got our first comment from
Alright.
our number one listener
Kirby.
at _Kirby Lloyd.
You alright, Kirby? Here we go
Do we
with it.
know? Is she from Liverpool?
I don't know.
Let's pretend.
But we do though, don't we though?
Let's pretend.
There's a place in Liverpool called Kirby.
Is there actually?
Okay, so the doctor grew back an arm, got received. What?
Got revived.
Got revived with a cup of tea and fought off some Scorex. I'm shit at pronouncing
In a
things.
dressing gown.
In a dressing gown. I've got. It's got to be Christmas Invasion. The Christmas Invasion. Great episode. Also was what?
David Tennant.
David Tennant's
Have you ever watched Doctor
David
Who?
Tennant's debut at the as the Doctor, and he smashed it.
So, whilst I read you in on the next one, do
Okay.
you want to read it to yourself
Yeah,
first?
I probably should. I probably should.
I'll do it
read
extra
before
slowly. So our next comment is from, and this is his Twitter handle. My Twitter is a website for social media. At SignalTom5. Take it away, Lewis.
Alright, I didn't really read. I was too busy. I don't know.
I gave you a really. I said so many unnecessary things. I even explained what Twitter was for you.
War Games. Are we doing Scout still?
Oh my god.
War Games, The Invasion of Time and the Five Doctors are the few of my favourite classic episodes.
Right, yes. Now, Tom, I understand. I don't think you understood the purpose of the poll.
What?
I really don't think you understood. So, are any of us specials?
Five Doctors
yeah,
was
I don't know.
the 30th, maybe. Hang on.
The Five Doctors was
It wasn't as special, though, was it? Didn't it just air in separate?
It was shown on the 20th anniversary.
I thought it aired as part of a series, though.
It was part of a series, but it was.
Yeah. Which series was it?
I think if you get
Peter
Five
Davison's
Doctors
second
together,
one, I think it's quite special.
if you get Five Doctors together, then it is, it has to
Especially
be.
with the state of the NHS nowadays.
Yeah. And War Games, The Invasion of Time, they're not specials.
No.
War Games Tom, if you want to be involved in the conversation, you can just email us at thewhoniverseshow@gmail.com. Just like Tom Henry's emailed in to say, Lewis.
Okay. Do you want to say I voted for... What? What are we doing?
I thought you were doing Liverpool.
Okay, I'll do Liverpool then. Just wanted to say that I voted for Dalek's Master Plan, and I've never seen New Who, only classic. To be frank... Who's Frank? To be frank, I'm usually fast forward to Who's Story when I listen to the show.
Brian, is this you? Just wanted to say I voted for Dalek's Master Plan as I've never seen New Who, only classic. To be frank, yeah, I agree with you, Lewis. Who is Frank?
Who is Frank?
I usually fast forward to Whostory when I listen to the show.
Good man.
Just to clarify, I wrote Whostory in our piece of paper here, the way it's spelled in on our script. However, he spelt it HUU. So I don't think he understands the pun, or maybe it doesn't come through on the show.
I don't know, yeah, maybe. Who? Story?
Yeah,
We
maybe-
need to elucidate more, do we?
Who story?
Maybe Tom thinks we've just got an accent like this. That's just how we say history. Whostory.
It's Who Story.
So this brings us neatly on to the topic of the WhoCast in search of best special. Now the next four, in the order that they appeared, was The Next Doctor, The End of Time Part 1, The End of Time Part 2, and A Christmas Carol, Matt Smith's debut. Now, the winner has to be End of Time Part 2.
Yeah.
Because
It has to be.
that's the regeneration episode. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
What was that?
That was my attempt at Liverpool.
I don't want to go.
The 10th Doctor wasn't the Scouts.
Wait, well, he was a Scot pretending to be a Londoner.
Yeah.
So
Well, I wrote a little piece. I really want to say I'd vote for A Christmas Carol. However, the story did not encapsulate me. I actually can't remember that much about it. The Next Doctor, however, was a very special, very special, and gave a sense of wonder in regards to meeting doctors out of time. So I'd vote for The Next Doctor because I felt like that was the best. I'm not saying it was the most iconic out of the four, but The Next Doctor was definitely the best one.
Agree.
In regards to writing, yeah.
wasn't End of Time Part 1, End of Part Time 1? Okay. End of Time Part 1. Wasn't it the one where Matt Smith gives the excellent speech telling everyone to come get him?
No,
Was that not it?
that was a Pandemic Opens.
Oh yeah, sure
Yeah.
it was. What?
And
Oh,
also
Matt Smith
End of
wasn't even
Time.
the end of part.
Yeah, and also End of Time is David.
the end of-
Again,
Yeah,
to what Brian said earlier.
I'm
Have you ever
messing up.
seen Doctor Who?
All right, I get confused. Okay.
I get confusion.
Hey mate, don't do it. Yeah.
So which would you vote for? I'm going for The Next Doctor. No ifs, no buts, no coconuts.
Yeah, I agree with you. Thought it was very well written, and you thought that
Go on.
David Morrissey was the next Doctor or a future Doctor. Turns out, spoiler alert, he was just a bloke.
To be fair, wouldn't it be great as a Doctor?
Yes,
It would have been such.
Give me a
It's so
run-
disappointing, but
he would
and-
certainly be better than just
Give-
Morrissey.
Give me a rundown of that episode. What happens in the Next Doctor?
The Next Doctor. So
Victorian London. bumps into someone called Jackson Lake, who has had his mind altered by a Cyberman info stamp.
His TARDIS is a hot air balloon.
Yeah,
Totally
that was really
aerial, radical, something, or tethered something or other.
Yeah, no, I remember.
It's going to bug me now unless I
I'm
know.
going to have to look it up.
And you see those Cyberdog things, don't you?
Shades.
And like all the way through, David Tennant's like, "Oh my god, he's me. What happened to me?" And he's like trying to figure out the mystery.
Oh, yeah, and why he's become.
It was such a fantastically written episode, and to this day, I kind of hope that they revisit it, and it turns out that he was the Doctor, and that the Doctor was just mistaken the whole time. You know, kind of like my Elba wish list, where the Doctor rescues Elba, who's the next Doctor, I hope, and but obviously we don't know it's the Doctor yet. It's just a character.
Idris Elba.
But then it turns out
the
Doctor was just rescuing herself.
Come on, Idris Elba will not be the next Doctor. He said that
Idris Elba has expressed interest.
He has.
In interviews saying, "I wouldn't mind being the Doctor." He also said he wouldn't mind being James Bond.
Surely he turned it down. I remember reading that he turned the role down.
He never turned it down.
Or he said that he would never do it.
When did he turn it down?
He's waiting to become Bond.
Didn't he say that the BBC were being like some sort of, like racist about specifically trying to cast a black guy in the role?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
That's what he stated. So why would he then do a U-turn and go, "Oh yeah, I want to be the Doctor"?
I don't remember him saying that. I don't remember.
I'll have to read up on the article and send it to you.
Next week, because the title of last week's episode was Doctor Who is racist. And next week's episode is more reasons why Doctor Who is racist.
Well, Doctor Who is a racist.
Doctor Who is racist. Just so everyone knows, if you didn't listen to the last couple of episodes, we were listening to the Talents of Chang Wang.
Yeah, we
literally talk like this whole way.
Yeah, and he's a white guy who has had some sort of prosthetic put on his eyes to make him not look Asian, because he doesn't look Asian. He looks kind of weird.
It's so racist. Oh, yeah. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that in the first place. I think I'll go for End of Time Part 2, as I've now realised what those two episodes are.
What?
And it's where time stopped and Amy murders Madam whatever the hell she's called by electrocuting her to death.
That was the sound of the drumming, wasn't it?
And the silence, the silencer in that as well.
The drumming won't stop. I remember that was the buzz though. That was one of the that was part of the reason how I got back into Doctor Who as well. When I fell off, it was the drumming and the Master and everything that's happening there that brought the Doctor Who back into the news. That evidently brought me back into the Whoniverse as well. So we can add the credit between Part 1 and Part 2 as I'm me coming back, because I came back for the end of Part 2, and then that's how I ended up on Matt Smith, which is why we're here right now. Did you find out what time it stood for in the next
I can't
Doctor?
find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Find out for next week. We'll likely forget. Yeah. So Lewis,
What?
I see some scrolls and some sticky notes.
Oh yeah, we're doing
A bit of news, have we got?
Oh, right.
So we're on to the Nuvian Who's Network.
This is the news. It's
Right.
really Doctor Who news.
There's loads of things out there in the Whoniverse, just because we've just hit ramp up really, we've got the new trailers and everything, but I've just been pretty much just scrolling through articles, writing down the title and attempting to remember generally what the articles were
Attempting
were
to
about.
remember. It's about time someone invented pen and paper.
Right, so in terms of Cyberman,
Cyberman.
the Cyberman, Jar Jar Chibnall has been
Because I like Doctor Who.
has been heard like
From Huddersfield.
waxing lyrical about how the Cybermen are different and relentless Cybermen this time. So I really
Don't they say that every time the Cybermen come back?
Yeah.
This time they're relentless. This time they're even more relentless.
and then they turn out to be a bit of a joke. So I want to know whether or not we're actually going to see a full, and with the clips that we've seen in the trailer as well. I want to know whether they're going to be full dark side Cyberman.
A little bit like when we say each time a Daleks come back. We're really scary this time.
Yeah, this time.
This time you.
That's right. You'll see.
You'll see.
Oh. So yeah, I'm wanting to know whether they're actually going to, because that did look like Terminator style Cyberman in that.
It looked really cool, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
I loved every second of it. Okay. So yeah, that's the first bit. What else have we got? The return of cold openings.
What's a cold opening, Lewis?
Cold opening is where they have like a little scene prior to the title to get you ready for the story.
So it's nothing to do with the Ice Warriors then?
No, it's not to do with the Ice Warriors.
Did we not have that in the last series?
Apparently not. No, I don't fully remember,
what.
but I don't think.
I remember in one
the
episode
first
they didn't
one
actually have
straight-
the opening at all.
Yeah.
Episode 1 where it just went straight into it.
into it. Yeah.
Titles. at all.
Diabolical.
Trying to be dramatic about it.
Oh, look at us,
Yeah.
we're so trendy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like me included. I wait until all the way to the end, like, where's the opening?
So yeah,
Did I miss the opening? Did I blink? Did it blink?
That scene where the janitor inevitably gets murdered, and then the doctor is coming. The doctor's coming at that point. Like he's going to return to Doctor Who, or someone gets kidnapped from a dark street corner, and the doctor is coming to investigate. That is coming back. They've confirmed that both Edison and Tesla will be characters in the in the new series.
In the same episode.
In the same
Maybe have a
episode,
rap battle.
Yeah, maybe they will have an epic rap battle of history.
Oh.
Edison, your mum's so fat. She.
Brains out of touch.
Is that what the rappers do these days?
You need to look up epic rap battles of history, and there's an actual rap battle between Thomas Edison
and Nikola Tesla. Just do it.
Right,
It's really good. There's rap battles between the doctors as well and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, you need to go and see that
go
one.
on.
Actually, if you don't mind, it's just a doctor. It's the Doctor versus Marty McFly, Doctor. What's his face on Back to the Future?
Dr. Brown.
Dr. Emmett Brown.
Yes. Great Scott! Not! You have more or less rap skill than 9.82 gigawatts!
Okay, so two-parters are back. We knew, we'd been told that
Everyone knows my favourite two-parter.
The two-parters
Nobody
were
remembers the
End of
title.
Time Part 1 and 2.
No.
So we knew two-parters were going to be a feature in this season. However, they've confirmed that there are multiple in this season now. So we're going to have multiple two-parters. How do you feel about that, guys?
I like two-parters.
I like it. Doctor Who's got to have a cliffhanger.
It does, yeah, I agree. But
Yeah.
it seems
you're
like
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Doctor Who has to have
You're
a
right.
cliffhanger.
You're
There was
right.
nothing in the previous. We always give a lot of crap to the previous series of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
No,
we are exaggerating a
wasn't.
bit, but
Yeah.
there were each one was an individual story. There was no cohesive storyline other than Tim Shaw's popping up there. I'm still here, by the way. I'm the Doctor. Oh, Tim Shaw. Da, 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 da. Wow, wow.
I'm gonna get.
It wasn't a few middling kids, but it were all like individual stories, and they were all great storylines as well. And they didn't really have a massive problem with them.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that there wasn't really anything to come back. There was never once a cliffhanger, was there?
Yeah, they haven't confirmed as of yet how many, but they said multiple, which to me means more. There's going to be more than two, so maybe 3, 4. But if you have 3 or 4 two-parters, then are you going to have how many of these one-off episodes are you going to have in between? You got to have something to break it up.
Yeah, new coat. You got a new coat.
Yeah. So.
Brian's that new coat as well.
So yeah. This one here is about how Jodie Whittaker could have died while filming the new series.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear. Did you hear this?
No.
She almost died while filming the new series. Basically, in Africa, there are
yes, I
a
did hear it now,
good
about
number
the
of
spider.
poisonous
Does anyone-
spiders.
Does anyone know the Africa song?
No.
Just called
By
Africa.
Toto.
Yeah.
Oh, by Toto. Yeah, fair.
Kilimanjaro rising up above.
Sing it.
No.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Who died?
So she nearly died. Spider. The crew were filming a spider called Sack Spider. Who knows?
Oh,
And
really?
It was crawling down.
They're really venomous.
Yeah. It was crawling down Jodie Whittaker's face. It started crawling down her face into a costume. She's quoted saying, "I absolutely bricked it." By the way, for you American listeners, bricking it means
Craft yourself.
to craft yourself. Yeah.
Which basically it just means she was really scared.
And she said, "I can't repeat what I said." This was on the Graham Norton show. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, still need to watch that as well.
Yeah.
She was saying she gets on a subway every day, and she wears a baseball cap, so she looks like a little boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going. So she almost died.
So she almost died.
Did she
Yeah,
get
that's the no. She
Also,
didn't.
she didn't almost
She
die.
managed to get away from it. Yeah, but I mean, being that close to a venomous spider is.
Yeah, so because it was a venomous spider for production purposes,
Yeah.
just so you know, Lewis, it would have had all its venom taken
I
away from
don't think in the story they were meant to be filming the spider. I think they were filming it because it was there.
I don't think that's true.
Well, we'll find out anyway. She seems to think that the threat was very real. But yeah, I don't know how comfortable I would be. I'm not afraid of spiders, but I don't know how comfortable I would be near a spider like that.
No, I think over the years I've gotten over most of my
Yeah.
fears.
Yeah.
Some come back, as we discussed at the beginning of the show. Spiders is something I used to be really absolutely terrified of. If I knew there was a spider in the room or thought there was a spider in the room, no, I would not be able to
They
sleep.
did a real job on you while you were a kid, didn't they?
Jesus, you've got no idea.
Right, so Skyfall confirmation, New Year's Day, 6:55.
You said Skyfall.
Yes.
Skyfall, did I? Oh, Spyfall.
With a Spyfall.
All right, so Spyfall
is forever.
Spyfall, New Year's Day, 6:55 p.m. Presumably BBC One. I didn't see anything on the article that actually.
Is Adele doing the soundtrack for Spyfall?
Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
The name's Doctor. The Doctor.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's that. What
I'm
else
so excited.
have we got here? I think we're out of things. There's there was an article saying that there's a new profound challenge for the Doctor, but there was nothing more than that. Apparently, Chibnall has confirmed the new profound challenge for the Doctor.
If they ever did a series of Doctor Who where there isn't a profound challenge for the Doctor,
New
then what's the
profound
point? You know.
But would this new profound challenge be anything to do with the Valiard? But that's not a new. Is that
which
a
is
new
exactly
challenge?
why we're watching the a trial of a Time Lord.
Trial of the Time Lord. Yeah.
No, the trials of a Time Lord.
The trials of the Time Lord.
Just
yeah.
trial of a time lord.
No, it's the trials. It's plural.
Is
It's
it?
not.
How many
Bring it
trials?
on, Brian.
Well,
Bring it on.
he has been on trial before, you know. So
It's trials. Oh, in here I wrote trials. Trials of a Time Lord. Bring it on, Brian. Because I actually checked this. Because I had to double check it.
Check it on a proper site.
I checked it on the Doctor Who box set.
They're wrong.
The BBC is wrong.
Yes.
Are you saying there's a spelling error on the Doctor Who
Well,
box
they
set?
employed Chris Chibnall, so they must be quite.
You mean Jar Jar Chibnall? Go on, Brian. No, we'll wait.
Yeah.
We'll wait. It's to bring us neatly onto History Lesson with Brian as we discuss Trails of just part one because Lewis didn't watch both parts.
all right, okay. I got through the entire of. Oh,
What
yeah.
does that say?
The trial of a Time Lord.
You know what?
Trial.
I'll bring in the box set. I still maintain.
Have you bought 2 copies? Is that why you think it's Trials of a Time Lord?
Don't tell my wife, but you know the one that's coming out in January that got delayed from December.
Yes.
I forgot I pre-ordered it, so I pressed the pre-order button again.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting 2. I could cancel it,
No,
but I'm not going to.
he is right. Every single thing that I can see right here is saying trial of a Time
Oh,
Lord.
whatever.
The trial of
Anyway,
a Time
we'll call
Lord.
it Trails of a Time Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Trails of a Time Lord. So, Brian, you want to read us in?
Yeah.
We're only doing the first story anyway, because
First story,
Lewis
The
let us down.
Mysterious Planet.
The Mysterious Planet, what's the planet called?
It's Earth, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. What
yeah,
does it call
it's
it?
got a weird timey-wimey name though, hasn't it?
But
Don't you just love it when the Doctor said, "Oh, I could write a synopsis on this, blah 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 blah," by Doctor, and then Perry interrupts and like, "You little
yeah. He could have given his name.
Somebody
right
needs
there,
a slap." Yeah, don't worry, Perry gets what's coming to her in the next story. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, don't worry.
Well, that's a massive spoiler in and of itself, isn't it?
The Doctor's brought on board a Time Lord court ship.
So are we doing 2 next week then?
Yeah, we're going to do 2 stories next week. The second story, and the first. I think the second one's called Mind Warp.
Yes, it is.
Mind Warp is so much better.
It's got Brian Blessed in it.
Oh, he's so
Who
good.
doesn't chew the scenery at all. He's very understated.
You know what, right? You wouldn't even know his. You wouldn't
You know
know
who's
his.
in it? That can't be him.
No way.
I wish we were talking about part 2 right now, but Lewis let us down.
The planet is called Ravelox.
Ravelox. Yeah.
Yeah, but my synopsis of Ravelox by Doctor. Oh, Doctor, yes, Perry. Who's but I think it was heavily foreshadowed that something's going to happen to Perry when she was offered to have multiple husbands because of a shortage of women in the mysterious planet. Dipper! Dipper! What are you going to do, Dipper? Sounds like a nutcase. Who were those two? Those two just bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters and mercenaries.
Well, I'd reckon
they
were
seem
more
like starring,
scavengers, you know.
Yeah.
They seem like starring roles, like guest stars.
Yeah.
They're only in there.
Well, we was just discussing with Lewis earlier that there was a lot of stunt casting. Be careful how I say that. In that era, Doctor Who, where famous people just dropped into the show for no reason. Yeah. Other than they were famous.
Well, we saw Alexi Sale in that
Alexi
episode.
Sale was in Revelation of the Daleks, I think it was. Hale and Pace appeared in an episode.
Yeah, and like there's an episode. What was it called? Pyramids of Mars. And like Tom Baker's just in it all the way through.
Yeah, it makes no reason for it at all.
Yeah.
Salon Glitz appears in a later episode as well.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
What are your thoughts of the story?
Me, Brian?
Yeah, you watched it most recently. You literally, just before we started recording, you just finished watching it.
I enjoyed it. I was really into it. I like the mystery of how the Earth, this new planet, what was the name of the new Ravelox. This planet, Ravelox, turns out to be Earth. It's been teleported or transported through space to a location
a couple of light years away,
where all life on Earth has been destroyed by some sort of solar flare. It kind of, I was saying to Brian earlier on that anything survived on the surface was kind of would have been kind of full of crap because
where did all the people go?
The atmosphere would have been burnt off if a massive solar flare.
My question is, where did all the people go?
Underground. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's not a whole population of people underground.
Well, everyone burnt to death. They died.
No, it never happened.
It did.
The fireball that came never happened.
The fire happened.
Are we sure?
Yeah, 100%. The fire happened. It burnt the planet to a cinder. But it didn't have so much of a devastating effect as they predicted it would.
I thought it just never happened and it was all a ploy.
The people from the tribe, the tribe seemed to be people who had been released from the underground, bit by bit, maybe generation after generation, something like that. But yeah, it did happen. The fireball destroyed the civilization on the Earth.
I really enjoyed the concept of that the story kept getting broken up into pieces so it could get caught up on the trial. Like, this is preposterous. This had nothing to. Clearly, I was under duress.
Yeah. It just pops back to
the
Colin Baker on trial.
Yeah, I really enjoyed those two twins that were helping the Overlord.
Oh yeah. They were
I really enjoyed those. It amazes me how everything gets past you. Like we're always like sniggering.
He was giving them different names every time you see him. Like handbag,
and handrails.
And handrail. Yeah, he called one of them handrail. That was brilliant. Yeah.
But he still does in New Who when he called the Sideman handles. Yeah. But it was really funny. I was actually I had LOL all the way through.
Well, it was a really funny episode. There was a lot of jokes in there that were just like, actually, you could laugh at them.
It was one of the first episodes of Doctor Who that you could really compare to modern day film and television as well, where it was sort of filmed out of you being brought in and out of a story, like interesting sections in a way, but where I want to know what happens next, but no, we need to do this, keep building up,
tension.
and then they'll bring you back like, oh my god, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And then you get people like Brian who complain to the BBC.
I can't believe you did that, man.
Hello, is that the BBC?
Did you actually get a
complain about
response?
Trial of a Time Lord.
You actually called, didn't you?
I rang... Oh, sorry, I put me on. Yeah, I rang up. I made an official complaint.
Okay, and how did they take that? Did you get a
I
response?
didn't get a call back from John Nathan Turner,
You
sadly.
didn't?
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Even though I was his target audience at that age, being about 15. He's dead. You can't libel him.
Okay.
So- How did this go down when you called and made an official complaint? Did you promise to get back to you within 5 working days? What?
Yeah. How did the BBC deal with their complaints?
Back in that day, they would have just been written down in a complaint log. Actually
Okay.
written down by hand by an operator.
Okay, so
Okay, Grandad.
yeah, so it was before
Before the internet.
yeah.
To be fair, I do remember a time before the internet.
Before mass production. Okay. Before the dinosaurs?
No.
Possibly.
I didn't get a
Yes.
call. I didn't get a call back anyway.
Oh wait, you had telephone. Yeah. Okay. That's
Post must have got lost by the Aerodactyl.
yeah. So you didn't get a call back then, with an apology, a written apology. You
I
didn't
didn't
get
get a
any
written
letters
apology.
or-
Didn't you?
Hand delivered by Colin.
I thought your
Yeah.
complaint got read out on the news.
It got read out on a TV programme called, I think, Right to Reply. Which
Really?
is a kind of daytime version of
Do you
Points of View.
Do you have a video copy of that?
No, I don't.
You should have video recorded it.
I doubt he knew it was going to pop up before that. Give you a call. Hello, is that Brian?
Yeah.
Yes, just to let you know, your complaint is going to be on TV at around 1800 hours.
Well, that's acceptable.
Well, yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll get my
I
cassette
suppose,
tape ready.
the Data Protection Act didn't come in till was it 88? So
It's
yeah.
it's 1976 Data
Yeah.
Protection Act.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been revised. We do Data
So
Protection Act 2007, I think it is now. We're up to since it was last
Well,
revised.
no, we're dealing with GDPR now.
Yeah, it's still Data Protection Act. It's just
Yeah.
a more revised version.
Well, it's the European.
We're getting off.
version.
We're getting off. That's not
Yeah, we're
Doctor
going
Who
slightly
related.
off,
Yeah.
Tangent, aren't we? I loved it the second viewing.
Yeah, so
I've
In fact, it took you
watched-
2 viewings as
So
well.
you-
Worrying.
you betrayed your younger self.
I betrayed my 11, 12, 13-year-old self.
Mm-hmm.
Younger you
How-
is
how do
looking
you
at
feel
you
about
right
it?
now and spitting on the floor.
He is, yeah. If you could, or he could time travel to modern day,
Yes.
see you as you are today. What would your younger self think about this act of betrayal?
I'm still going to school studying.
Yeah. I think
This is
younger
my
me-
future?
Younger me would have been very angry with the older.
What do you mean I get my balls chopped off?
Okay, that went very dark very quickly, Jamie. Very dark. I mean, we
You
went
know
from,
that's not how vasectomies work, don't you?
we went for we
That's not vasectomy, that's called marriage.
okay, we went from time travel to
Your wife doesn't
Brian
listen
being
to
a
the show,
eunuch.
does she?
I've got a wife.
Your fiance doesn't listen to the show.
No,
Your ex-fiance doesn't listen to the show. Does she?
she hates Doctor Who.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm in the same position as you. There's only Jamie here who has a wife that appreciates the show.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she doesn't know how much I spend though. And you never will.
She actually listens to this though. That's the
Sometimes
thing.
she's like months behind.
So
though,
haven't you just said about getting the Blu-ray twice?
We'll be
on the
cut.
show?
We'll be cut out.
Gonna edit
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to keep saying it.
Yeah. So he's getting the Blu-ray twice.
I
Yeah.
don't have a
He keeps
pen. I
buying-
don't have a pen for the timestamps, man.
He keeps buying these Blu-rays
Blu-rays,
twice,
yeah.
doesn't he? You know.
Back to the.
He always says one for his own consumption and one for
display.
Yeah, to keep in pristine.
It's like you want to be on a podcast. So, what are your thoughts on the episode? Other than it being the best story, the second best story ever in Doctor Who.
I honestly think that
Second
it
best.
might be the best one that I've seen so
Oh,
far.
yeah.
You know,
And the reason I'm saying second best is
well,
because I've seen Mind
the
War,
next-
the one that
oh, right.
follows.
Yeah, no, it is probably the best storyline I've seen in Classic Who so far, and you know, contrary to what Brian keeps telling us about Colin Baker, you know, being the worst Doctor of all time, I'm actually enjoying.
I still stand by that.
I'm actually enjoying Colin Baker's acting in this as well. You
I
know,
didn't
like
find him to be even worse than Paul McGann.
he's not as abrasive as you know. He's not as abrasive as I thought he would be at first. He's pompous, yeah, I get that,
He
but
grew into the role as the Time Lord started.
yeah.
Unfortunately, this was the last story he was in.
Oh, so we're going to see Regeneration.
You never saw Colin's. Not Colin.
So it was an off screen.
It was on screen, but it was performed by Sylvester McCoy,
The subsequent
Seventh Doctor, yeah.
Oh.
In a blonde wig.
Oh.
Okay.
It's worth looking up on YouTube to see how
Oh
truly
wait,
awful
yeah,
it was.
no, I've seen it. I have seen the scene. Yeah, it's weird because he looks like he's dripping ectoplasm
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
It's,
You don't want to
it's-
get into too much spoiler territory
Yeah.
for the trial of the Time Lord.
Trial. The trial.
Le trial. Le
No,
trial.
no, the trial.
Yeah, but no, it was like the second best Doctor Who story I've ever seen. Second to Mind
Next
War.
one.
Oh my god, where
It's insane.
some characters, not going to name any names, aren't even there. Sorry for you. Our listeners are deaf now.
You're not even doing a good enough impression of Brian Blessed, you know.
I think I am. If the listeners are deaf now, I think he was decent enough.
Honestly, yeah.
To the point where one of the characters is covering her ears, like, oh my god, please, he's so loud.
Yeah, Brian Blessed is so loud that your deaf grandmother, who hasn't heard anything you've said in the last 15 years, could hear him from a mile away.
Brian, is that you, dearie?
I suspect my dead grandmother could hear it. I am blessed.
Yes.
No joke, right? Oh no, so I forgot. On Mind War, I was watching it. Brian Blessed, my son was just sleeping. You know, like sound as a bug. He comes on screen. Just Brian Blessed talk stuff, and he wakes up screaming because it was so frightening.
Yeah, no, honestly.
Yeah, he went back to sleep. He's fine because he's a really chill kid anyway. But bloody hell, it takes a lot to set him off. You know that.
If anybody has seen the cartoon Peppa Pig, or has kids that watch Peppa Pig, the cartoon, the British cartoon, Brian Blessed plays the Grandpa Rabbit in that.
Oh really?
He does, yeah.
I haven't seen Peppa Pig.
So that's the voice, but it's 10 times louder. He has got a lot quieter in his older age,
That's just age.
but he does still have that very booming.
To be
voice.
honest, his makeup really made me want to watch Flash
Yeah.
Garden again. Anyway, but back to
Could have been a second Doctor, you know. Brian Blessed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that didn't he get into some sort of accident with.
there were scheduling
With one of
conflicts
the- one of the
with
doctors.
his other TV show, Fifth Gear. Or something. Yeah, it's
But he's quite a accomplished. He wasn't the shouty man back then. He's quite an accomplished, experienced style actor.
no, it's just shouty.
His
Anyway,
autobiography is fantastic, by the way.
have you got
Encourage you
any?
to buy it.
Have you got any wrap up thoughts for the story? Mysterious
story.
Planet.
Well, yeah, you know, like I think everything had its place in there, and the Doctor and Perry, you know, being being the pivotal characters, really did, you know, make an impact on the story.
I didn't feel they got along in that story at all.
You know?
To be quite honest, no, I didn't.
You felt tension between the Doctor.
There was a lot of tension.
I
It becomes even more evident in the next story, but
I felt
didn't watch
that-
it. So
I felt that the story progression was brilliant, and you know, you knew where it was going, but it was still amazing to watch the story as it was going.
do you know the result of the entire Trial of Time Lord story, or is it all?
No,
a
but
surprise
I'm guessing he gets off.
So where do you think it's heading? Like, what sort of?
What?
Where do you think this trial's actually come from? I know Brian knows, so he can't really answer it.
Where do I
if
think
he
it's
says
come
anything,
from?
it's probably true. You know, But like speculation.
Well, the Valeyard is definitely bringing this against him, you know, like for unknown reasons. I don't know.
Can I just mention Brian's like cleaning his ears with
his glasses?
With his
End
glasses.
of his glasses. Yeah. That's kind of gross, Brian.
Wait till I start sucking on the end of it.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I said that before.
Okay.
Never touching your computer.
I physically felt sick then, you know, like when he mentioned that.
But
okay.
It was a bloody amazing story. It's one of those rare 10 out of 10 moments. Umbrellas.
Yeah,
umbrellas.
Striped
He does have a
umbrellas
stripe.
You could have left me the umbrella.
Question marks. You could do question marks on his lapels.
No, because that's like a doctor thing. Like most of the doctors have
Okay.
question marks. Capaldi had a question mark.
What was the question?
Underpants.
What's the question, Jamie?
Doctor.
The question?
Doctor.
I honestly don't know why you didn't get that faster, you know, like the question, and then I was going to go hidden in plain sight. Okay. Doctor Who.
How would you rate it?
I would rate it 9 umbrellas out of 10.
9. What's
What?
What's it losing one for?
yeah.
What's it losing one
Yeah.
for?
Why?
I don't know. Nothing deserves a 10. There you go.
But it's your own personal opinion. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel like this episode was so good.
Nothing deserves a 10.
Okay, fine. It's your own personal opinion. I just
Right, 9.5 then. Okay, you twisted my arm.
no.
9.5 umbrellas
it's-
out of 10. Are you happy now,
thing is,
Jamie?
it doesn't mean it's like the perfect episode because everything can be improved. It just means this episode was so good. Like it was just that good.
The acting was
Like,
good. The
like,
storyline
like
was
I'd
good,
give
everything.
Star Wars episode Empire Strikes Back, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Loads of crap that could be improved. Like Boba Fett's death, for example. But spoiler alert. But it was such a great film. I love it so much.
What? I've never seen Empire Strikes Back. No, I have really. But no, yeah, just
Wow.
you know, I didn't see Empire Strikes Back until I was 25, something like that.
So,
There you go.
well, so that's around the time when it came out then. Anyway, so and Brian?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Can't fault it.
Okay, it's just brilliant.
It's insane.
Absolutely loved it. Wait till you see Mind Warp. Oh my god.
Are you going to crank it up to 11 for Mind Warp?
No.
No.
Nothing
No.
deserves 11.
Nothing. Does.
Well, nothing deserves 10, quite clearly. 9.5, guys.
So, I think we know what's coming next. It's a long time in the making, guys. Whoniverse a hogwash. Whoniverse a hogwash. Is it real? Is it fun? Whoniverse a hogwash.
Think of all the time Brad's had to write these questions.
Yeah. No.
Oh, Brad.
He's already
But
said
once
that.
again, I've not pre-read them, not vetted them. So they could be poorly written to the point where it's so obvious that it's Stargate. Or it could just be,
You messing with us?
I don't even know myself. So, who wants to go first? I can't remember who the last winner was.
Brian, you won last time,
Yeah.
didn't
Okay, Brian.
I'll tell you what, I'll go first.
Okay, you're such a gent. Brian. The day the earth stood still. Galatu, an alien dignitary, has come to Earth with his deadly robot, Gort, to deliver the message that Earthlings must stop warring among themselves,
Wait, has he got a problem?
or else. After being shot at by the military, he slips into the human world, adapting a false identity and living at a boarding house where he meets the Doctor and Donna. Both of them find themselves embroiled in the complex mystery of Galactus. His message and the government's witch hunt for the alien.
Hogwash.
Okay.
Whoniverse hogwash.
Is it real? Is it fake? It's hogwash. This is a famous film from 1951, remade with Keanu Reeves in 2008. It spawned the phrase Klaatu Barada Nikto that has been referenced in many forms of media since, including Star Wars and the Evil Dead Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Never heard that phrase in my life, but whatever. Klaatu Barada Nikto. Don't know if I'm saying it right. Lewis!
Yes.
Get some chest pains.
You probably should stop eating Cheetos.
You think so?
Well, I told you it will kill you eventually, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be alright.
Yeah.
If it gets worse, we might have to seriously call an ambulance. Day of the Moon. Sam Bell is nearing the completion of his 3-year-long contract with Lunar Industries, mining Earth's primary source of energy on the dark side of the moon. Along with the base's vigilant computer, Gertie, as his sole companion, Bell's extended isolation has taken its toll. He appears he is losing his mind when a strange man appears at the base.
Did Wen Chan just get into that?
Day of the Moon.
I've heard of the brain.
Universe Hogwash.
Hogwash.
It's actually Hogwash Universe, you share.
Wait, what?
Brian?
I'm going to say Whoniverse Hogwash.
And what's yours?
Hogwash.
It's Universe Hogwash. What's the score so far?
4-2.
4-2.
The title comes from the second episode of Series 6 of New Who, with the silence. The description is from Moon, a film from 2009. Who's winning, by the way?
I'm
Brian.
4-2 up at the moment.
Oh, look at Brian. Forever in a Day, Brian. The Abydonians are kidnapped and sent to P8X-873, which is controlled by Amonette. The Doctor tries to get Amonette and save them. That's it, that's all he wrote. Or she.
Hogwash, no, not Hogwash, is the one. Whoniverse.
Universe. First.
Honestly, I get that the characters are Stargate, but the problem is that we've been here before, and I don't trust. So can you read it again? What's the title?
Forever in a Day.
Okay, yeah.
The Abydonians are kidnapped and sent to P8X-873, which is controlled by Amonette. The Doctor tries to get to Amonette and save them.
Right, I'm gonna go Hogwash because it is Stargate. That is an episode of Stargate.
How do you know it's Stargate?
Because it is.
Yeah, but how do you know it's Amonette? Stargate?
Amonette's an Egyptian god, and she does take the Abydonians in Stargate because.
Bloody hell, Brian. Or Bill, whoever writes
But
Universal Hogwash.
it's before Abydos gets destroyed.
Yeah, it's Hogwash.
But
This was episode 10 of the third season of Stargate. That's the last time he's ever doing Stargate.
It's the reason. It's the reason.
I'm very sorry, Brian.
Abydonians are people of Aberdeen.
No, well, not in this case. They're
Kidnap
the people
all
of
of them.
Abydos.
Lewis,
It's 4-all now.
Yeah.
Day of the Daleks. Freedom fighters from the 22nd century attempt to thwart a new Dalek invasion of Earth by going back in time to the late 20th century to assassinate Sir Reginald Styles, a delegate to the Second World Peace Conference, whose actions their history blames for the subsequent Dalek conquest.
What's the name of the episode?
Day of the Daleks.
It's Whoniverse. We've seen that episode.
Brian?
Yes, it's Whoniverse. We've done it on Who's
We have.
Choice.
Yeah, I know.
You need to.
You know what? Brandon, who writes these,
Oh, the
If
Brendan.
that's his name.
or Bernard. It's Whoniverse. Whoniverse. This was the first serial from season 9 of Classic Who between the first and the 22nd of January of 1972.
6 apiece.
6 apiece.
Correct.
So this is the part where we separate the men from the boys, because there's no girls on the show. Day of the Dead. Brian.
Mm-hmm.
A small group of unit scientists and soldiers have taken refuge in an underground missile silo where they struggle to control the horror that walks the earth above. But will the final battle for the future of the human race be fought among the living, or have they forever unleashed the hunger of the dead?
I'm going to say Hogwash Universe.
Hogwash Universe.
So, Day of the Dead. And the unit scientists have created some zombie-like creatures that are... I'm going to say Hogwash.
Hogwash. It is Hogwash Hogwash.
Oh no.
This was the third in George A. Romero's Dead series released in 1985. So what's the final score?
8-7.
It was
To
a
the West.
Romero.
That's what it says. George A. Romero's Dead
Dead.
He
series.
wrote the
Dead.
stuff.
Night.
I guess so. I wouldn't know, but we're not going to get
He
any
didn't,
more.
however, write.
There's going to be no more Stargate things because it's
Living
not
Dead
even,
at Manchester.
it's not even trying anymore. It's just silly boy. I
don't think he understands how much I know about Stargate, and if the thing is, I know a hell of a lot about it, and if he writes the storylines as they are in Stargate, I'm going to realise that they are. I mean,
anyway,
if he writes a storyline with a different title, it might,
Yeah. Moving on, because we don't want it to end up being the longest episode of Whoniverse, Whovian Universe. We're on to Gallifrey and Gabble. Remember, you too can email us at thewhoniverseshow@gmail.com or direct messages on Twitter at Whoniverseshow. So we got an email from Christine Tambourine.
Christine Tambourine, I love it. I love it.
Okay.
And she says,
Hello, boys.
Hello.
I've been listening since June. You're all super funny and just hilarious. I love a show. I love a show to point out where I went back and listening to your early episodes. Okay, you're very bad at writing, Christine, but whatever. I had no idea this was your first time podcasting. It's obvious from the first few months, but when I jumped in on June, I figured you were all professionals with a crappy microphone. No question, just letting you know I'm a fan. Also, by the way, what else rhymes with Christine? I struggled
submarine,
and didn't want to let you down.
trampoline,
Yeah, well, I like Christine.
pristine,
Christine Tambourine is such a good name, though. It's got a ring to it.
It is,
Get
yeah. I did like it. Christine
Ding, ding,
Tambourine, yeah.
So I think what I'm getting from her is she's listened since June. She went back to listen to our early episodes, and she thought we were all professionals,
Yeah.
but with a crappy microphone.
Yeah.
But she realised
No.
how unprofessional we actually are.
The microphone's fine. It's also
Yeah.
don't work properly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thank you very much, Christine. We really appreciate
Yeah.
that. And don't
Yeah.
forget, if anyone
Appreciate
else wants to,
your listenership.
yeah,
Emails to drop us a line.
give me a call. My number is 07. Anyway, so Brian,
Yeah, thank you for listening to Whovian Whoniverse.
Follow me at notelbrook19.
I don't know what your Twitter
It's
handle is.
something
Lewis.
about Larry the
Ducks.
Lamb in Serbian, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's ducks. It's another duck in
Yeah.
Serbian. Yeah. So just look up another duck in Serbian, and that's my Twitter handle.
Which is
The other duck. The other duck.
just give us your Twitter handle.
Mój drugi pakiet.
Okay.
Patka.
A
Back.
druggy packet.
Yeah.
Is what I heard there. Or you could just follow me in real life, whilst following
Please
me
don't.
at Bees007 and following our Twitter at the Whoniverse. No, just at Whoniverse Show.
And you can also follow me at Watson's Musings.
You can also email us at thewhoniverseshow@gmail.com. I usually get that wrong, so I was...
You should put your heart into it.
There
And
we go. Yeah.
you've been listening to Whovian Universe. Have a week. Shut, Lewis.
You should have.